Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back. Today in this tutorial, we are going to learn about the Uipath framework apply business rule exceptions while inserting records into table. So this is something new and something different which we are going to learn. I hope you are able to understand this. This is like whenever we are going to insert the data into the table, so at that time we will check the business rule exception and will apply that rule exception into the that records and that table. So while inserting the records into the table, at the same time we will check for the exception and update the records status and remarks in the table, so that next time after inserting the records to the table, when application will be opened to process the items, then the project will have only few records without any exception. So robot will start processing only success or failed records, right? Because while inserting the data, we will process all the skipped item, and you know that what is business rule exception. So if you don't know about that what is business rule exception, then you can go through my previous video, you can search that is application exception versus business rule exception. So you will get to know what is this and what is the use of that business rule exception. So I'm just going to show you what is our agenda. We will see how to insert data from Excel to SQL table using execute non-query. As of now, you will have seen that we are using insert activity to insert the data from the Excel file to SQL table. But now we are going to use the execute non-query activity to insert the records to SQL table. And then we'll learn how to use for each row with execute non-query in Uipath, and then how to apply business rule exception logic while inserting records into table. So I'm just going to use the same tutorial, same project, and I will just show you only insert part where I will go and make the changes to the store procedures. I will create a store procedure. I will show you how to create that, and then you will be able to understand how can we apply business rule exception logic. It depends on you, like if you are getting any type of exception, business rule exception from your company, then you can, if you think that yes this can be done at the time of inserting records, then you can do that. So it will save your time. You know that in the process workflow we are checking for the is numeric, right? So is numeric, we know that is numeric, it will check for the numeric value, and then based on the scenario we are throwing the exception or we are processing the items. So same as that, because today we are going to check only that business rule exception. So if you think that the business rule exception, the logic given by business analyst or someone to you, then you have to think about that can be considered at while inserting the records. Okay, and then you can apply that logic. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So for that you have to watch this video till the end. So let me open the Uipath Studio, which and the project which I already have created that. So let me open that. So you can see here this is the same project, and currently we don't have any records here, and I will run that project and I will show you the records here how it will work, and then you can understand this is useful or not. Okay, so let me press Ctrl F5 to run this project. Okay, and now let me refresh this table so that you will able to understand. Okay, so now you can see here the data, because we have 40 records and the 40 records have been inserted to the table. Okay, so currently you can see here we have the 40 records and we have the status 0 and skipped also, and the remarks we have null and either of records are numeric, and insert date time, and somewhere the process start date time and the process end time has been filled, and the retry also has been updated. So now you can think here, you can think about this, that we have the casin where this is not numeric, so this is skipped, and the remarks is either of records are not numeric, and then process start time and end time, and the retry count 1. Same here, this is skipped due to not numeric in the not on US check, and here because we have on US check skipped, here we have casin skipped, that's why. So you can see here we have only 40 records, and out of 40 we have more than 10 records that are business rule exception, so we have skipped that item while inserting the records. And also you'll have seen that after inserting the records, applying the skipped, and after that application opened and it was trying to process each items. Okay, so you can see here items which are not skipped due to business rule exception, that is success now, because there is no business rule exception, there is no any not numeric value, so these are the numeric value, that's why these are success. Okay, so you can see here it has taken very less time because it has completed lots of records here while inserting records, right? So it can save your project runtime. Okay, so I hope this will help you in your company, in your project. Okay, so I'm going to show you how can you also do this in your company, in your project. So let me first delete this data and let me close this, and I am going to take the same project, this is Robotic Enterprise Store Procedure. I'm going to copy here the same project and change the name. So I'm going to put the name here, reframework apply logic. Okay, and now I'm going to open this project from main XML file, and the only thing that we need to change in the insert query. So if we'll go to the init, and you can see here we have applied the insert activity to insert the data from the Excel, from the data table to the SQL directly. But now this is not required, so we are going to delete this, and the reading part from the Excel, the data, that is still required, so we'll leave as it is. But now we just need to use execute non-query. So we'll take this here, let me pass the connection string and the provider name. So for that let me keep the same insert activity so that I can take that value from here. So copy this and paste here in the connection string, and the data provider, copy this and paste here. Okay, and now this is not required, we can delete this. And now we need to provide here SQL command, or if we have the store procedure, then we can check for the store procedures. So yes, this is possible using a store procedure only. So we will create one store procedure here. So for that, click on new query, and we need to write here create procedure and then procedure name. So we'll write here, so currently I already have created this store procedure sp ui demo insert records, sp ui demo insert records. So I'm going to use the same store procedures, but I'm going to just show you how can we create that. Okay, now this is the syntax, create procedure, procedure name as begin, and so here we need to write the procedure statements, and here before the statement we can write our parameters here. So our statement is, you can see here in the process section, we are checking here is numeric in transaction data dot rows of 0 dot item of cash in and is numeric this. So we are applying this formula in the if condition and in the workflow, but now we are not going to use this formula here. So for that we can delete this, or we can directly take out this part from here and delete this part. Okay, it means there's no need to check the same exception in the process part. Okay, so this is done. Save this, and now we'll go to the main XML file where we have written the insert query. Okay, so same here, we will check here if, because we need to check for the is numeric value. So we'll write here, let me zoom this area. Okay, and you can see here we need to write here if is numeric, and you can see here we have the built-in function. We can take this is numeric, and then here we need to pass the data which we are getting the records from the Excel file. Okay, so that will be a parameter. So parameter will be @cash in. So because we have the input record, that column that is cash in, so you can see here we have the cash in parameter. So we can apply that parameter here. We can write that cash in, and then we can take a data type that is varchar and varchar, and the size can be 15. Okay, and if we apply the is numeric value, is numeric function, then it returns 0 or 1. So if it is not numeric, then it will give you output is 0, and if it is numeric, then it will give you output as a 1. So we'll check here, if is numeric of cash in equal to 1, then what? So we will write that else part, like true or false part, later, but we need to check for the two more condition. We will write here and again we need to copy the same thing, is numeric, and paste here. So this time we have the record that is on US check. Let me copy the same parameter again, copy, paste here, and varchar 15. So we are passing the parameters because we need to take the value from the Excel file. Okay, so is numeric on US check equal to 1, and the third one that is not on US check. So our next is not on US check. So we'll write here is numeric not on US check equal to 1. So now we have here is numeric cash in equal to 1, and is numeric on US check equal to 1, and is numeric not on US check equal to 1. Now what we'll do, we'll copy the same thing here, and again we'll paste here, and we'll write here n varchar and 15. Okay, so warning messages has been gone. Now in the true section we need to write here, if it is numeric value then what. So if it is numeric value, then we just need to insert the records. So we'll insert here, insert into uipathrpa, it means this is the database name, dot dbo, it means database object, dot the table name. So we need to insert the records into the table name, and what value we need to insert, that is we need to insert casin comma at the rate on US check comma at the rate not on US check. Okay, and you know that we have already written the query to insert the insert date time. So whenever we'll insert the records to the table, these columns will be updated automatically, like ID, status will be automatically 0, retry count will be 0, insert date time will be the get date, right? So we need to just update this one. So this will be our value. So we can write here values, and here we can pass our columns. So for that we can write here casin comma on US check comma not on US check. Okay, so insert into table name, and the column name in which we need to insert, that is casin on US check not on US check, and the values we need to insert against these columns, that is the parameters we are getting from the our execute non-query activity. Okay, now we'll copy the same thing here, copy, and go to the else part. So here we'll write our else part, and we will write the another insert into activity. So if it is numeric value, then we'll just insert the casin on US check not on US check, and if this is not numeric, then here we'll pass casin on US check not on US check comma status comma remarks and comma retry count, and the value will be, so we need to pass here status. So for the status we'll just put here skipped, and the remarks will be either of records are not numeric, and the retry count we can write here 1, and then this is done. We have just done changes here, status, remarks, retry count only, and then this is end. Same thing I have written in the insert records. I am just going to show you. So we are passing 3 parameters, casin on US check not on US check. If is numeric, casin 1, is numeric on US check 1, is numeric not on US check 1, then insert this, otherwise else part insert the these things. Okay, so you can see here the same time we can insert the process end time and process start time. So we can write here comma process start date time comma process and date time. So for the start date time and end date time we can write here comma get date comma get date. So get date will show you the output current date time. Okay, and then we will execute this query. So it will create one store procedures, this one, and we'll copy this. Let me close this. And we'll go here and write that procedure name here. And as you can see here, we are getting the data from the reading the data from the Excel file and storing to the data table. Now we need to take the data from the data table. So for that we need to take one for each row activity, and in the body section we need to put this execute non-query here, and then we will write this data table here, that is out dt. So it means now we have the value in the row, because we are getting the one by one row from this data table. So now we can pass here in the parameters, that is cache in on US check, not on US check. And the value we need to pass here, that is row, because we have the value in the row, double quotation cache in, because we have the column name cache in. So we are getting the data from the cache in column dot to string, and here we will write here on US check, and this time this will be row not on US check. Okay, now save this and select the store procedures, and this is done. And now we can run this. So currently we don't have any records here, and control F5. So you can see here the 40 records have been inserted, and you can see these are the skipped, because this is non-numeric, this is non-numeric. So by this way you can apply the business rule exception, and you can update the status of that business rule exception, and you can see the process start date, time, end date, time, and retry count is 1. Okay, and then next time if you execute this, then rest of the items will be processed. So in the next video we'll learn about the invoke code activity. So this is also going to very helpful in your project. So we'll learn this invoke code activity, and we'll learn invoke code activity with the multiple basic examples, so that you will able to understand the how to use invoke code activity with the basic examples, with the use of parameters also. Okay, so I hope this is very important for you. So thank you so much friend, thank you for watching this video. If you have not subscribed this channel, then please subscribe, and please press the like button, and if you have any question, please comment on video. Thank you.